South Africa is on the brink of being downgraded to junk status, a situation that President Jacob Zuma clearly knows would severely hurt the economy that's running on one engine. South Africa just missed recession in 2015 and is far from being out of the woods. President Zuma called the consultative meeting a very important interaction, as government and business were among the key stakeholders in the country.
As business, you are the backbone of the economy, as you contribute 85% to our gross domestic product. As government, our job is to create an enabling environment. In this regard, failure in communication and cooperation between government and business is not an option. We have begun to turn the corner. Channels of communication must remain open at all times.
The President noted that South Africa's positive attributes far outweighed its challenges, and added that this was why the country always overcame difficult situations.
The story of the global economy is known to all of us. Our own short-term economic outlook is not inspiring. The low economic growth is cost to business, community, and government. It ultimately undermines the ability of our people to create better lives and further compromises the ability of government to deliver on basic services. Together, we must look for solutions. Let us partner in taking the country forward.
President Zuma said it was fitting that he'd addressed some of South Africa's sharpest business and political minds here in the city of Cape Town, where he's expected to deliver his State of the Nation address in Parliament on Thursday. Renadal Calm, CCTV, Cape Town.
Angelo Coppola is live in Johannesburg right now. He's got more details on this story and reactions as well. Angelo, from the private sector's perspective, does the private sector regard the government as a credible negotiator, especially given the blunders we've seen over the last 12 months? The sudden firing of Mr. Nene, for example, the highly criticised and controversial visa rules as well.
Well, I get a sense that business leaders are at least a little weary following that Nene debacle and the subsequent climb down. They want to see positive action. They don't want to see more promises and certainly not more commitments. For the more cynical, some commentators are suggesting that this event, coupled with the event that was led by Pravin Gordhan in January, are seen as essentially firefighting PR exercises aimed at placating those local and international investors, as well as the potential investors. The second meeting was also seen as an attempt to reinforce those three priority streams that were first created by Gordhan and the 60 CEOs before they went to Davos at the end of January. So it's still early days, but there's a bit of cynicism around. Raman?
Indeed. Let's assume for the sake of argument that we can throw the talk out of the window and actually get things done. What are the top three things that the private sector wants to see done now in order to revive growth in South Africa?
Well, the bottom line here is we weren't allowed to be even a fly on the wall inside that closed meeting today. So most of the conversations that happened were behind closed doors. And we know that the DP, the Deputy President, Cyril Ramaphosa, arrived, and we don't know what his insights were that he was going to share with delegates, because he does have a bit of a business background. President Zuma's opening remarks focused on a new initiative to make it easier to do business, and there's also this need and call for this common vision. How this helps the majority of CEOs in the room who have existing businesses here is unclear. Business leaders, Raman, as you know, will tell you that they want to see policy certainty and investor-friendly laws and regulations, something that the Tourism Business Council and SACI says is lacking. It seems, though, that discussions also include plans on how to grow the economy and decrease that unemployment number. But we do understand that there'll be regular meetings, which they do a lot of. There'll be a committee, which we've seen many of, and a report and feedback session. And of course, Labour are going to be included in all of these discussions. So it seems like more talk at the moment, Raman.
Indeed, we'll leave it there for the time being. Angelo Kupla live in Johannesburg. Thank you for that. He'll of course also be keeping tabs on the State of the Nation address that will come through later on.